All right, so next we're gonna add some overlay color variation type effects. So what we're gonna do is make a new layer that's on top of everything but the line art. We're going to set this layer to overlay. We're going to make sure that we have our whole shape layer down here selected so we're not going outside our lines. We're gonna come back to our overlay layer and we're gonna start by picking a golden brown orangish color. Have my soft airbrush and we're going to brush in from the left, the side where the sun is hitting, this orange color all along the rocks and his body, okay? Then we're going to switch this to a blue and do the same thing but more along the bottom half and the back side, okay? And it should cool things up a little bit. Now at first it's going to feel really strong and you can take this down in size and go in some of these shadow areas a little more as well, like maybe you want to go under his neck or something like that, okay? It's going to feel strong at first, but that's okay because we're going to come back and go over it with, we're going to lower the opacity, we're going to come back and lower the opacity. So just finishing up adding some glow where we really want there to be glow. Okay. Awesome. So there we go, we have that, but it looks a little bit overwhelming. So we can just lower the opacity a little bit. And that really starts to help pop some of the values and then push some other things back into space. And when we turn that on and off, you can see how big of a difference it really makes by doing that. And if you want, I'm doing blue and gold because it's kind of like the sun with the shadows, but if you wanted to, you could slide this all over the place and try all sorts of different combinations. Personally, I like it best like this, the way it is. I think it has a really nice effect. And, you know, wherever you want that opacity to be, you can get that up there. If you want, for the blue, let's try a little bit of a darker blue and see what that does instead of this brighter blue. We'll come here. Oops. Let's try that again, select that. And I'm just going to make a new layer that's set to overlay and do the same thing. So let's start with the gold and then we'll use a darker blue instead of the lighter blue. And let's turn this off for a second. Okay. There we go. And I'm gonna hit this blue down here instead of the bright blue. And then let's get that orange back and just pop in a few bright spots like on this bottle. All right. There we go. So I think I might actually like a little bit better with the darker blue instead of the lighter blue. And we're probably going to keep that actually. Let's compare it. So that's what it looks like with the one we just did versus the old one. I like this one better. Okay. And then you can always come back because it is going to change your colors a little bit. You can adjust your oranges or whatever you want to adjust to kind of balance that back out. So I'm going to move this a little bit over more towards the red a little bit and adjust anything you need to there. I think that looks about right. Okay, so that's it for overlays, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture.